This is going to be a short video. I wanted to talk about story. I love stories. I'm a good storyteller, I've been told. And for some reason, I'm able to recount stories from my childhood, from all aspects of the timeline of my life. And I've also found that other people sometimes don't do that as well as I do. So I've been told that I have a great memory, like a trap. And, you know, I like that, but also I find it to be something that I have really, really struggled with, because story is something that is super important to me. I ask people, you know, what happened? And they tell me a story. And sometimes their body language does not go along with it. Sometimes my body language does not correlate with what I'm saying or trying to say. So my point is, you know, these stories sometimes get taken literally. And obviously, I mean, we've been on this planet for quite a while. And let's say we've just been here for, I don't know, pick a number, 500 years. You know, so we got the printing press a few hundred years ago. We have media created, you know, 100 years ago, where we're taking photos of each other. And then we have the internet. And then now we're taking movies and basically recreating contrived situations to entertain ourselves. And now with social media, we can just make up anything we want. And we're using AI and all sorts of fancy technology to basically create scenarios that we imagine. But we have not resolved some core issues about story. I always believe that if there are truths present in the stories, that they'll make themselves available to everyone that hears it, and it should bring a commonality, some peace to the community, to the world. But we're still fighting, and it seems like the fight is getting bigger and bigger, and there's this even a bigger and bigger polarity. I'm sitting here holding a couple of arrowheads that I found when I was a kid in the Ozarks. And I'm reminded how primal we still are in spite of our stories. So I hear someone tell a story about Jesus, for example, with full confidence. I hear someone else tell a story about a guru in India. And I don't know, I can't remember the name, and I would butcher it if I said, but both of these people basically believe wholeheartedly in the stories that they've been told. And then they go and tell them to each other, and no one believes it. So what do you believe? Are you telling the truth? Do stories really work? Well, here's what I discovered. We have these belief systems that get formed and we defend. And, you know, things work. I'm not going to go, you know, deep into, you know, psychology and the quantum and, you know, blah, blah, blah. But stories communicate you know, from a healing standpoint, they are important to our expression of what's going on. And we need to connect with each other and tell each other what's going on. And if we're able to do that, we do end up transforming ourselves and the relationships into something deeper and more powerful and if you're after it, that's where you can really find more wholeness and love and in my mind, satisfaction. So that's my take on story. I'm for story, and I'm not. And I hope this is not too confusing, but maybe it'll open up a dialogue about story and understanding each other and finding some common ground of peace. All the best.